What's up, guys? Welcome to the Contender Factory here in Homestead, Florida. To my right, I got Ryan Davis, owner of Team Reel Synergy. To his left, I got Captain Chip Sheehan, Chip's Ahoy Charters out of Boynton. He's also running the Reel Synergy boat this season in our Sailfish Series and all the other tournaments that they fish. So behind me, we have the flagship boat for Team Contender. I'm talking about C1. It's their 44ST, the boat they fish and compete in all the sailfish tournaments across the circuit. And prior to this, I think maybe they were the lone 44ST in the series. We've added a couple since then, and one of the new 44STs that's coming up is Ryan. So I want to share with these guys, Ryan, you're building the 44ST, and prior to that, you guys were fishing in what?
39 Invincible.
39 Invincible. And so I know that you and Chip have talked a lot about the new boat build. Chip, with all your experience, you know, owning contenders prior to, competing in contenders, I'm sure you've had a lot of input. So what could you say about this boat build and why you guys ultimately decided to go with the 44ST?
Well, I mean, Ryan was looking to get a new boat, and we put our heads together, and ultimately it was Ryan's decision. And we've always been a fan of contenders. I've always believed that they're the best center console built as far as a fishing platform, the fishability of the boat, the gull heights, and there's so much when you build a new boat, you know, from your live well layouts to your electronics, and we're putting a gap tower on this boat, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a really nice boat. It's going to be an awesome fishing platform.
Nice, nice. And so Ryan, what's the power configuration we're going with?
Quad 425 Yamahas.
Quad 425, so everybody's going to be behind you guys, yeah. Getting to the fishing grounds, right? So here's the deal. We're going to bring you guys a two-part video. Part one is, what does it take to build a boat of this caliber? You frequently see all the photos, you know, at the tournaments, all the beauty shots of the boats competing, but how do you get there? And so we're going to take you through, you know, some of the steps involved from concept, going into the mold, to the completion of Ryan's 44ST. So for part two, we're going to join these guys on the water and put the boat to the true test. In the process prior to that, we're going to introduce you to Jordan DeLong. He heads up sales and marketing here at Contender Boats, and he's going to take you guys through the part one video with some of the build out of their boat. And then Ryan, I'll see you on the water. Chip, I'll see you guys on the water for part two. Jamie Bond, Fish Blue Water, Team Reel Synergy, we're out.
Hey guys, so we're back here with the Reel Synergy. Obviously the boat's changed a little bit from the last time you saw it. It now has its tower mostly up, and a lot of the little systems are going into the boat as well as electronics. It's nearing completion. So as you can see, one of the big components we're still waiting on is the motors. They should be here shortly, and we expect to get this boat out of here before the holidays. So the boat's gonna have quad 425 Yamaha. So like I said earlier, they're busy installing the electronics right now. This boat's gonna have massive 24-inch Garmin screens and the full electronic suite. So as you can see, the bow area is mostly clear for fishing, but what Ryan did put on this boat was an in-floor well in the bow, which is really cool. As you can see, Ryan also went a little bit crazy on the JL sound system on this boat. It has the most amount of speakers that you could possibly fit on the boat. You can see it also has the 4 speaker pods there on the hardtop. So behind me here, you'll see the full gap tower that Ryan also optioned on the boat. It's gonna be really great for those sailfish tournaments. So one of the options that Ryan did pick on the Reel Synergy was the Seakeeper, and that's really great on the rough days, you know, wintertime sail fishing, keeps the boat stable, reduces roll greatly. So this boat with quads is pretty efficient. Even at a high cruise, you're about 0.8, 0.9 if you slow it down a little bit. And Ryan also has 600 gallons of fuel, so the range of this boat is pretty impressive. So one of the things custom built for this boat was by Best Marine, and it was a 6-pump box. And this thing is just massive and beautiful. And it's really gonna supply all the wells in that boat. And that boat has 4 in-deck wells and 2 on-deck wells.
So the wait is over. We've taken you from the concept to the build out of Team Reel Synergy's 44T. It's floating in the water here at Sailfish Resort and Marina. They say the true test of one of these boats is to be tournament tested, right? Well, if you look here to my right, there is a string of sailfish flags to prove that I think they got it right on this boat. What do we do? $85,000? $85,000 in winnings here at Operation Sailfish. So we're gonna let you take a quick peek at the boat and how they finished it out. And then we're gonna see you on the water for another video out fishing with these guys. All right, so I got Captain Chip Sheehan. He runs the helm here behind the boat. I know that obviously you've been very, very involved on the build. So obviously we're gonna have a lot of people watching this video, people that are probably trying to learn more about center consoles or maybe even in the market for a boat like this. So talk to me about a couple of things that you feel are unique or special to this boat in the 44T.
I mean, to start out with, I mean, the biggest thing, especially, you know, it's tournament fishing, is your bait and the live well systems. The way the boat's laid out is amazing. They did a forward live well, they did a floor live well.
Can we take a peek at that?
Yeah, we could. Yeah. This live well here is about 90 gallons. And from the way they put their intakes to the way they put in their pump box, baits, I mean, it's amazing when you're gonna run a boat that's doing, you know, close to 70 miles an hour. A lot of times you get air and this, that, and the boat just, the bait looked phenomenal. The entire
I know, so
we're a little worried about
the interior of the boat is like a Matterhorn white or something of that nature, but the well itself is blue. Is that something that's customized that you guys chose to do?
Yeah, we just, I mean, you do whatever color you want, but I mean, we went with the blue. Kind of, some people believe it calms it down. I know there's some people that do their wells black as well.
Sure.
You know.
What about the pump system?
Best Marine put our pump box in.
Okay. Wow.
They put 8 pumps in it. You know, with the valves. The overflows. You know, a lot of boats you'll have to climb all the way to the back to get your overflows right. So what they did is they put a second overflow, so you have like your scalar valve and then your other overflows right here, so you don't have to climb all the way in the back to mess with your valves, which is really nice.
Do you find does that sea chest, does it stay pressurized pretty well when you're running and everything?
Yep. 100%.
Nice. Cool. All right, so one of the things that I wanted to personally mention that stood out to me as I was walking to the bow is how much space they've created for you between the inside of the cap of the boat and the console. You know, in these tournaments in particular, a lot of these guys, they ride with 9, 10 guys or more, and it can get crowded fast. But here, you're probably looking at, you can fit almost 2 of me side by side for easy clearance. When you're trying to move quickly from bow to stern, that's a huge benefit. Okay, so up here towards the bow, I mean, I really love where the gunnel hits me. So tell me about that and how you guys find it as far as fishing is concerned.
Yeah, as these boats get bigger and bigger and you fish on different center consoles, it's really nice. One thing about Contender is the gunnel height. It's like, you know, some of the boats come up to your chest, and this boat's, the way it's laid out, even though it's 44 feet, the gunnel heights and the way they built the boats, it's for fishermen and it's right.
Well, yeah, and I mean, to me, you know, I think about not just sail fishing, you know, I meat fish, you guys meat fish a lot, is, as you just pointed out, a lot of these boats trying to gaff a fish off the bow of a 40 plus foot boat, forget about it, you know? So how have you guys found that up here? Is all of the boat pretty much accessible for that type of fishing?
Your releases on the bow, reaching out for a leader, you know, it's much more easier than it is on some other boats that I've fished on that are this, you know, as they get bigger, the gunnel heights get bigger, they kept this the right height.
Perfect. So that's just a little taste, I think, of a few of the standout things on this boat. We're not gonna give them all to you in this video. We gotta keep you coming back for something more, right? So next up, we're gonna hop on with these guys, hot on the heels of their $85,000 payday. We're gonna take this thing out, we're gonna put it through its paces together. So stay tuned for another exciting video from Fish Blue Water.